Many streams today. Many streams. I finally got a little peace in my life. So, I am going. I just did a painting stream early this morning over here. And I did a dog walking one over here. And now I'm doing another painting one. I got 3 rose ones I gotta get done. Now I am going to be doing tarot card readings in between. I got hope and joy so far. Alright, now I got this picture. When I get a couple people in the stream, I'll show you the picture I'm sketching. I got all this going on. But I think I'm getting the hang of flowers very well with everybody requesting flowers. It still bottoms up. Looks like you're going to the bar. Bottoms up. Alright. Alright, and it starts here. Whoa! I was gonna make my resident friend Lucy a different kind of one, but I kind of like it. I want to make her different kind of flower. Okay, now this is gonna go up this way. Oh, damn! So I'm gonna kind of get the contours of the paper here. There we go. Just like that. I'll take that enough. There. And here. Alright. And then I'm just trying to do this because of these unique kind of leaves. I was intrigued by this plant. Very intrigued. And I just couldn't sketch another rose today. I know my residents all wanted these roses, but I did too. Figure why not try to get something different done. Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, how you doing? I'm sketching more flowers for the residents. I went to work and they wanted me to stay, but 2 of them want roses. And it had to be red because the one I did with the other residents. So I did joy for my one resident and hope for the other. And then I'm doing this other flower here, and I find it easier to go bottoms up. Oh, thank you. Oh, Ohio. Yeah, I just been practicing sketching for like just about 6 months, honestly. I've been teaching myself. I mean, I get bored sometimes, so that's where I'm at with that. And then I found these things where they have these movements where people have things hand sketched by humans. And I kind of like the movement. I do like the AI for some things, but I feel I guess if we depend on it all the time, it's not a good thing. Oh, you draw too? It is kind of fun. It's very relaxing. And I have really bad anxiety. I really do. I have horrible anxiety, and it helps me because before I know it, my anxiety is just gone. And I don't have to have any of these pills that the doctor says you should have. I feel they over medicate you. I mean, feel me if you think I'm wrong or right, but I feel they do for their own personal benefit because sometimes I feel they just want to make you sick. But That's where I'm just coming from. Because every time I go to these doctors, they can't find nothing wrong, but they say, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like, okay, let's chill out. Why do you want to do this? And they never have any good reason. I think it's just because they want you have insurance and they just want to get your money. And I go for minor things, nothing huge. And I just don't understand. See, these leaves are very interesting. You kind of got to shade these leaves this way. They really are different kinds of leaves. And I guess when you sketch and stuff, you get bored of the same kind of stuff all the time. I just can't believe that all the residents at one time wanted those roses. That about killed me. I'd like to have sometimes a break from things, but I guess they're old and that's how it is. I guess sometimes. And it's better than bingo prizes. They come back with a stuffed animal. I mean, it doesn't seem. I don't know. I don't think it comes it gets exciting. I mean, that's all you get is a stuffed animal these days from nursing homes. So I just give them this and tell them I don't care because I need something to draw and stream to get my mind off things. But I'm good. I'm good. I lived through Vietnam, and then the most amazing thing happened. Somehow, people showed up for work. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they kidnapped people or what happened, but at one point we only had like two aides for the longest time when we were supposed to have three, and then we ended up having four. And then I complained so much saying that I have three doctor's appointments left till I can quit. They told me I didn't even have to have an assignment, just walk around and talk to people. I was like, okay. It's like these mofos really don't want me to leave. I mean, I've known these residents the whole time they've been there. I'm the one that gives them their stuff. I used to bring in contraband when it was COVID time because their families weren't allowed to come in. And then they weren't allowed to have anything coming in, which was really sucky. So I used to get a big bag and I would get them water and all kinds of stuff. That because sometimes they just wanted certain things. So this is what I would do. And they would say, "What's in your bag?" I say, "Oh, extra food, blah, blah, blah. I might get hungry. I'm on a longer shift." And they didn't say nothing. And after a while, everybody knew I had damn contraband on me, but didn't say nothing. Because we weren't allowed to give the residents food. It was crazy. I think through COVID, I want to say people that were residents and patients that were in the hospital were screwed the most. Their families would be by the windows, folks. And they had signs, and they weren't allowed in. And they would scream and yell, and they'd say, "Tell mom I said hi," and the government would not allow the families in. Dying people were not allowed to have a priest. I never seen anything so sad in my entire life. Ever. And I hope no one ever has to go through that again. I guess I stayed at the same place so long, and me and these residents have bonded because we went through COVID together. And I never was without a job. So my money went to paying my rent and staying where I was at and buying their contraband. And then finally, the residents' families were allowed to bring them in stuff. Finally. But yeah, it was a crazy time. I mean, it's gonna go down in history. I guess I could probably tell my grandkids. I mean, I'm kind of glad I lived on that side of COVID because it made me humble. And I'm not gonna lie, it made me humble. It made me just accept things for what they are. Because I feel that some people, they feel they're feel entitled and spoiled, and they don't realize that part of life. And now that Ohio, I mean, United States, is going to be on budget and everything soon, there's going to be more spoiled people. And I feel that people just, they don't appreciate what they have. And it's really sad. I mean, I personally find it sad, but that's just me. I mean, to me, it humbled me all that. Even I was humble before COVID, but I became more humble after COVID, I guess you could say. Because it was times to remember, times to make you mindful and be grateful for what you have. And I feel that some of the younger generation has lost that. They don't they don't really care about hard work anymore. They don't care about making things great. They just want to do what they do and have things handed to them. I mean, I've never lived my life like that. I had to work for everything I had when I was younger till I was older. And I kind of there's a syncrasy when you work and you do something you like and work towards a goal. All right, now I'm going to add these little flowers they got here. But this is what I got so far. You hope you heard or seen anything from your show. Oh, girl. No, I have not. I've not seen anything from that bitch. I have not. She used to be very nice. Please remember to change your battery. I've been telling my husband that, and he actually does apartment maintenance. But I will remind him. But not at my apartment. No, he does these other apartments just fine, but doesn't change my battery. But anyone that's married out there knows that. But yeah, she just goes around and with her new rich husband and does all this stuff. She's another one. Terrible. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for her. I don't in the universe. I haven't figured out that damn reason, but I guess there's some kind of reason for her, but I really don't know what it is. And she wants to sit there and come visit me. She crazy. What it is? This is her second. Yeah, this is her second wealthy husband. This is what she does. She goes around and she looks anorexic on top of it. So I don't know. Maybe people like anorexic looking people. She's always been thin, but oh yes, she's all about the money. All about the money. And if you don't have the money, she's not too much wanting to hang with you. She's always been that way. We all went to Catholic school together. All of us. I branched out and I decided to do healthcare, and they said I was stupid for it. The light bulb looks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just put on random t shirts. And then a lot of times I get like paint and just different stuff on it, but But thank you. But yeah, I mean, out of our whole, I guess you would call us the Brat Pack. We always used to hang out, our parents hang out. We used to go to horse races together, and we go to car races together because my parents knew these. They knew the drivers, that like NASCAR type thing. And she would come along a lot when we went to like these speedway things, and she would travel with us a lot. I mean, I did travel a lot when I was younger. I went to California, just went to a lot of different places. But I was always humble. I never took it to her level. I guess you could say that. I actually wanted to do things with my life. And I wanted to make a mark. I wanted to make my mark on the world. She never really wants to make marks on the world. She just wants to spend your money and then go for it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So men out there, stay away from front of people like my old bestie that I grew up with. I mean, I don't hate her. It's not like she tells these people anything. They just flock to her, and her dad has money. So everybody got money, and they want to make sure. And then her dad, I think, doesn't have good health, so that's probably part of it too. So it's whatever. All right, I got that, and I'm gonna try to get one to the side. All right, I'm gonna hook one this way. But yeah, I had a really good Facebook stream. I was over there. I gotta go over there every day. I got subscriptions over there, honestly. Oh, you do? Don't they piss you off? For real. They're so nice, but it's OMG. Sometimes they just have the worst attitude. You can't hate them, but because you grew up with them and stuff, but I don't know. I guess it's just life. I know my husband just sits there all the time and tells me, people like that eventually get their karma and this and that, but I don't know. Maybe she does in different ways. He's not very good looking. I will tell you that. So I'm sure she does love him, but he is not very good looking, and she has a problem with people that aren't good looking. And she sometimes will be real judgy. So, I mean, he might not last long when she gets his money. He's paying for her two daughters now that are teenagers. So you figure give it a couple years, pay it for their college education, this and that. And they got about $1 million house in Colorado. I figure after the divorce in a couple of years, then she'll probably move back and want to be my friend again. I mean, we never stopped being friends. I'm not gonna sit there and not talk to her. I mean, our parents were friends and everything. But on top of that, I got our other friend from our group, which I guess you would say if we're not talking about Pretty in Pink and all that from when I grew up, he would be the ducky. He wasn't. I mean, his parents was involved when we went to all these places too, and we all went to Catholic school together. So, but he could be an ass too. I mean, people are starving, and his first priority is football games. And when his dad died, he got handed a business. And then all of a sudden, he remembered he always had a crush on me. And acts like we could just get back together. And it's just like, go away. It's like, respectfully, go away. Because I will never. I mean, when I was pregnant, I'll tell you, with my first child, I had him out of wedlock. We were going on a date. He told me I was overweight and I was fat. And I just had my son. And I was like, whatever. I went back to my house and I decided I was never speaking to him again. So that's where we were at, because was just an ass. I just literally had a baby and he was acting like that. But he could be an ass too. And then he has a girlfriend, but he said he would break up for that girl for me. And he'd been with her 20 years and he was going to break up with her because of that. He said he was getting tired of her and he's worried about his football games. It's like, stay with whoever you were with and leave me alone. I guess that's why I'm at with him. But he was always the pompous ass, and he would say he worked hard. His dad owned the damn business. I mean, he could sit there and go on 20 breaks and not even really barely, because they had a painting business, and not even barely paint, because he would come back saying, "Oh, my dad made me work." And it was like, okay. They would be painting apartments, and it was his damn business. It's not, and what's his dad going to do? But yeah, he has not changed. His dad died. He got depressed. He went to California. So go figure. I'm kind of freelancing these flowers. So I don't know if they exist, but they do in this painting. Yeah, he has a. I think they still have it. I think after his dad, I think when his dad took a turn for the worse, he ended up getting the business. So he ended up with a couple houses. So, I mean, and he wasn't ugly when we were younger. He wasn't the best looking, but he did not age well. He's a little bit older than me. I'm 50 and he has got to be like 55, and he looks like he's 65, and I don't judge people by their looks. I don't. My mother had a pituitary gland problem, and when they didn't have pills to control like your thyroid and everything, so she had infusions and stuff, but there was nothing we could do. She just kept getting bigger, and then she ended up dying from a blood clot that just kind of traveled, and she was going to a lot of hospital. But just because you go to the lot of hospital visits doesn't mean you're not going to die. That's why you got to enjoy the time you got. That's where I get all of my material, life experience. See, these people look pretty. I'm kind of putting them against the grain here. My resident Lucy. She never complains, and the rest of them complain about what flower. But yeah, it's sometimes life is like that. It really is. And I've always stayed humble. I was always the one that kind of just branched off and did my own thing after my mom died. And I got my own little jobs and stuff, and I didn't really talk to a lot of my family. My family's kind of stuck up, I guess you could say. Yeah, you can get a reading or ask something. You're good. I mean, it says live chat. I mean, I think I worded that right. I try to be very specific in the readings. I don't know how other live streamers do it. I don't know the rules. I mean, I come from Facebook and we have different, you got to label everything. So I did label it. So I will tell you that much. I labeled it, and yeah, you can ask whatever you want to ask. It's a live chat. But I'm gonna do a lot of these little flowers because this one's gonna be Lucy's. And if you guys need a tarot card reading, I'm here. I actually like doing them. I think they're fun. I really do. I don't know. I always thought they were fun. Like Halloween time, I always think they're fun to get your tarot card readings done. I guess when you speak to dead people a lot of the time, which I do, I see dead people all the time. I'm like third sense over here. But it's not quite as exciting as the movie. Not at all. Sometimes it can get very crazy. Like there's this dead lady that walks around that died, and I was telling my one coworker, he believes me, and I don't like just to go around telling people this, especially if you're working and all that, because then people just think you're weird. So this is why I draw a lot and stuff. This isn't horrible. I think I'm just going to carry it over with a couple of these flowers that I created over here. But yeah, it's not, I want to say it's not the, when you're like that, it's weird because people kind of look at you in a weird way sometimes. It's not a whole lot of acceptance. They just like, okay, when can I go this way? Because she's just a little bit too weird for me. Or they'll say, why don't you do my reading right now? And it's like, okay, where I'm working, I'm a human being. It's like my job is to do this right now and not do that. But yeah. Alright, I'm just trying to do different shapes of this flower and I'm two-toning it. I'm trying to be all fancy. Sometimes fanciness is good. Kind of creating your own little flowers.
Oh, he wants the cocoa.
People actually like these when I make them for them. They really do. It's crazy, but my friends love them. They say how professional they look. And I'm really just trying to make this damn raven. I don't know when the day that's going to ever happen. It'll be a happy day when it does. It will be a very happy day whenever that raven is able to come. I mean, hell, by that time, I'll probably have a lot of subscriptions by the time I actually get to the Raven, because the Raven is one of the hardest sketches. And I do love them. I love ravens. They're so smart, so spiritual. They represent life and death. What other spirit animal does out of all of them? I love all the spirit animals. Wolves, I do love them too. Love the wolves. I mean, if you think about it, wolves are power and strength. They represent this. Alright, I'm doing another flower there. Getting Lucy's out of the way. Getting all my resident paintings done right now. And her daughter loves them. She puts them up in the room all the time. I mean, I figure I might as well spread my happiness to everybody there. Because in life, I feel it's nice to do that with people. I have never tried to do two-tone flowers before, but my friend that draws in the stream, it's good. It actually is a good practice, these two-toned flowers. I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't think you could two-tone them. And I'm literally teaching myself this because everybody, my husband says it's because I'm autistic, and autistic people can be very smarter than others in certain areas. And I can't right at this moment afford to sit there and go to extensive art classes and stuff, so I decided to teach myself things. Because school could be expensive and ridiculously expensive. And my God, you got all these classes online for everything. My God, right here on YouTube, you can go to Harvard. I don't know if any of you guys done it. Oh my God, it's so much fun. They have just looking college streams or English streams. They're great. They are great. All right, I'm gonna do another flower here. I think I lost a bunch of people, but that's okay. If you guys wanted a question, I was here, but maybe not. Alright, I'm gonna finish this off, and I'm still shading these flowers. I've noticed in some of my mistakes, the shading is the most important. It looks like crap when you don't shade. So, I think I'm gonna make this one piece. Or maybe they do believe in Jesus, so maybe I'll make it symbolic in that way. I don't know. Or I could put, I don't know, I gotta think about it. So maybe something really nice and biblical. I would like to go with this one. So I'm brainstorming, people. Brainstorming on this one. Because I got to get somewhere here. Alright. It's not bad. These two-tone flowers. I mean, this just popped in my head. I mean, maybe I am a decent artist and I didn't know it. I have no clue. I don't know where the hell this came from. This comes from my mom used to tell me all the time when I said I don't like that. She said, "How do you know you didn't try?" She always used to tell me this. And I used to think she was a psychopath. But you know what? Maybe she wasn't a psychopath. It's possible that she wasn't. Alright, I'm gonna just shade in a little stuff there just to make that belong. And then shade this flower in. At least I'm learning how to do flowers, which I'm so excited about. Because I really need to learn how to do these things. Because the better my shading gets, the better chances I could get to that raven. Maybe I'll do peace and joy. Maybe that's what I could do. She does like purple. This is like one of her favorite colors. Or you know what? I'm just going to make it simple. I'm just going to put peace. Peace to all. Or just peace. And just let it in there. Sometimes less said the better. What's great about these pastels, they blend in with each other, especially when you're shading two tones. It's wonderful. It changes my life. I'll tell you that much.
Bye for the cocoa.
Right.
Oh,
You know, she always has these shirts that say blessed. I'm thinking about just putting blessed down here. That is what I'm thinking.
oh, God.
I think that would be better. Because she loves that. She loves these little sayings too. So I'm gonna put blessed in purple. Alright,
Get out. Look it. Left.
there we go.
Look out.
Alright, I'm just gonna put blessed here because and that's just going to be Lucy's painting. Oh, you're funny. I miss the trollers. You guys are funny. I don't think I've had a troller for a minute. I find you guys hilarious. I really do. I do find it funny. But no, I cannot get you pregnant. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to find another way. But you do breathe life to the stream. I haven't had one of those for a while. Alright, now I'm going in here. There we go. I just literally go around the edge here. For with this, I'm just trimming around here just to kind of reinforce it so it doesn't look so scruffy. I'm trying to make this look really nice. And I go around the letters, and I'm leaving to where you can see a little of the pastel colors here from my pastel chalk. And it gives it a nice two-tone look. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I enjoy that. Oh, well, that's good. That means you're friends of humanity. Being friends of humanity is a hard thing this year. I mean, not this year, but in these times, I should say. There's so many crazy things happening in the world. So many. So many deaths. So much insanity, should I say, in general, that it's sad. It's just outright sad. I'm thinking about just lightly brushing these. And by the way, these are paint markers, not just regular markers. So just going around there. I got that. And she has so many shirts I put on her all the time. I'm just going to sparsely go in here, the leaves, just to bring a couple out. I'm not doing every leaf, just a little bit. There we go, just little bits at a time. Sometimes if you overdo stuff, not good. Kind of takes away from the look. But just a little bit, just to kind of give it a little bit of spruce up where you want to kind of see people, where you want them to look. Like in this little bunch here, you want the eye of whoever's looking at this looking this way. Because most of the lines you have here are going one way. So you want to it has to make sense. It's like math. This is how I think of sketching like math. It's like building a house. What you never do to one side, you do to the other. Just like literally, like you would a math class. Just like you do anything, basic stuff. But yeah, especially with this kind of stuff, I want to say it's more important of anything else. See, I'm just doing that. It's real light lines. Don't do a lot too much. See, now here we got it. See how those look a little better. You're not doing too much. I mean, with this kind of stuff, you don't want too much. Just a little bit of accent. You want it to kind of flow together with whatever you're doing. You want that nice, even flow. Just even a couple strokes. That's it. And then you could see where the pastels are. So you want the pastels look. I love pastels. Teaching myself how to do this with pastels, I have fallen in love with that method. It makes my life easier, and practicing with it is even better. And I was really kind of, like, I'm not wasting money on all this trying to practice. I was doing it on boxes, a lot of my practice. And then I was decent on the boxes, and then I went from boxes to this. Oh, thank you. You and he are the. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm hoping my resident likes it. I mean, I've been taking care of her for like 5 years. And I just feel bad because she's on a tube feed. And I mean, she don't have a lot going on. Her daughter does come to visit her every day. And she does get things. They celebrate her birthday and all that. But the thing was, she was a nurse. And it has to be hard all your life, raising your kids and stuff, having a life, being somewhat alert. She's only like 65, and her dad is still alive, walking around, and she's can't move her arms or her legs. She don't walk. I mean, everything was taken from her pretty much, I guess you could say. And it's sad. And it really makes me sad. So I try to do nice things for her. Alright, these I'm trying to reinforce that they actually have a home instead of just floating flowers here. But we got this so far going on. I don't have floating flowers no more. And I'm going to do I'm going to see if I got purple in this mess. I got so many things in here. I got a lot of pink, so I'm going to try to find a purple marker. But she appreciates it. I take my time getting her ready in the morning, and she's one of our key residents where her daughter will go ballistic. And I get it. If that was my parent, I'd probably do the same. No one bitches. I give her complete bed bath. I take a little extra time in her room. Nobody says anything to me, really. Because you got to give respect to somebody that did so much and gave so much of their life to healthcare to one day be in a bed, have to be changed, depending on somebody. And it's hard. And her daughter worked hard to get her off the tube feed. Well, she's still on the tube feed, but to get her to be able to eat. She was on a vent for a while. So. And the thing is, she is with it. And that's what makes me feel sad. See how these little these paint markers make things nice. So. You gotta go, but remember. Okay. I hope so. I don't know. If I don't make it, I don't make it, but I'll still be over here talking my crap. Even if I don't, I'll be talking my crap for a while. I know I don't give up on things. I will sit here and I will be bothering Facebook until I get Creator of the Week, which may take an act of God. So, there we go. I'm putting this all around here. I'm making these flowers pop out. I don't even know what kind of flower this is. It's a flower at this point. This is something it came to my head. I've seen so many flowers. I don't know, maybe there is a flower like this out in the world. Alright. Go down here. There we go. There's pretty flowers. Hopefully she likes them. I hope so. I got her 2 favorite colors and 2 toned flowers. I mean, Lucy knows I love her. I'm with her every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My Lucy Lou. I do love her. She's one of my favorite people. She's very humorous. Okay, and there goes my dog barking. So I'm gonna finish up this flower and then go get my dog. Alright. Alright, now I'm moving this way. Alright, and I got my 3 flower things I wanted done, and I'll see who my dog's barking at now. But here it is. There's that one. Got my 3 flowers done. She got a different flower arrangement altogether. Thank you. Thank you for the sub and everything. And I'll probably see you guys tomorrow because I'm working on that other painting tomorrow for my friend, the tulips, and it's gonna be tulips and butterfly day because I got a big one there. I mean, tulips can't be that hard, so I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you for watching, and I'll be on tomorrow. All right.